Hey, 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 you guys come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. As you guys come on into this live, make sure that you say hi, hello, hey, all that awesome stuff. So I can see those of you that are joining me, those of you that may be new to my space, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for established Christian female coaches who desire to accelerate their income and their impact without compromising their Christian values. Hey, 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 Hillary, you guys, once again, as you come on in, let me know that you're in. Those of you that are catching us on the replay, type in hashtag replay, leave your questions, your comments. Hey, Amita, hey, 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 hey. Leave your questions, your comments, all that awesome stuff. And so, you guys, I want to go ahead and dive on into today's Money Making Monday. And so, I just want to talk about a couple of things. You guys, believe it or not, and it's so crazy as you look at the calendar, we're almost done with 2022. So, for some of you guys, 2022 was an amazing year. For some of you guys, you're like, God, look, can you speed this thing on up, type of situation. And so, you guys know me. I am still such a firm believer that the month of December, like you don't have to gloss over the month of December, when it comes to sales in your business. And so today I want to talk about just a couple of strategies that you can implement in order for you to boost sales these last remaining weeks in this month. So that way you can leverage those. And I always say, when I talk about in the year strong, I'm talking about in your business, and I'm talking about being able to, close more sales or generate sales if that's what you desire. If you desire to generate more sales, but you don't want to fall into that trap of, oh my goodness, people aren't buying because it's the holidays. You guys think about it. People are buying because it is the holidays. And so once again, we just want to ensure that we position ourselves in such a way that when they are buying, that our services are something that will actually get them to, be able to make that transformation. And so I want to go ahead and talk about that. So let's go ahead and dive in. And so, you guys, I'm going to talk about a couple of things. And so my thing is, if we're looking at what we can do by the end of December. So at the time of this recording, it's December the 12th. So we have 19 more days, somewhere around there, 19, 20 more days left in the month. And so I want to talk about things that you can do over these 19, these last 19 days of the year, that type of thing. And so that way, once again, hey, Madonna, that way you guys can, you have the strategies that you need to be able to, like I said, end this year on a high note, that type of thing. Okay. And so I'm going to talk about the things that, it may take you a little bit longer to actually implement, all the way down to some things that you can literally do today, period. Okay. And so that's what I want to talk about. And so these things, you guys always hear me say, if someone says, hey, the only way to do X, or the only way to generate revenue is if you're doing challenges, or the only way to generate revenue is if you're going live, or da 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 da. Like that stuff causes me, I can't be put in a box like that. Like I can't stand for someone to box me in and say that the only way I can do X, Y, Z. First of all, it's not true. That's the strategy that they use that worked for them. And it's not that it's wrong, but once again, it may not be the strategy that works for you. So you want to implement strategies. And I always talk about these things, first of all, that you can commit to and that you can maintain and sustain type of thing. Now, it may take you outside your comfort zone, but once again, it's things that you're actually able to do and you feel good about doing it, that type of thing, because you know that it's going to make an impact on the people that you've been called to serve. That's what I'm talking about. And so that's what I want us to keep in mind. And so I'm going to go over a few things, and it's not in any particular order or anything, but like I said, I do want to talk about the things where you may need a little bit more setup time and to actually get it done. Okay. And then we'll talk about things that, like I said, literally you can do it today if you want to, that type of thing. And so, of course, let's start with the things that does take some setup. It takes some tech, that type of thing. So if you're interested, webinars, masterclasses, challenges, those things do take some setup time. So like I said, there's some tech that you have to have. So, you have to have an email list, the way that you're going to deliver that particular, session. And then once again, there's a particular way and day and time that you have to show up, all of that stuff like that. But these are powerful ways, the webinars, the master classes, the challenges, those are powerful ways to fill a program, all at one time. And so I strongly encourage people that are going to do webinars, master classes, and challenges, give yourself about 2 weeks to fill the thing. So the webinar, the masterclass, or the challenge. So that's why I said this is something where if you still wanted to do it in the month of December, you could. So maybe that last week in December, so the week after Christmas, but before the new year, like you could definitely do it that final week of the month. And that would give you enough time, the 2-week time, to actually fill it and get the people in there. And so, like I said, that's something that's very powerful. That is something where, like I said, if you have it structured and set up correctly, you can literally fill a program. So say, for instance, you have a program that you're going to do in January. You could use your webinar, your masterclass, or your challenge to fill that program. And so for some of you guys, you may be able to fill 50 to 100% of the slots that you have if you know how to structure that webinar, that masterclass, or that challenge correctly. And so, of course, if you're interested in knowing how to do that, once again, remember I have that one-on-one where I'm walking you guys through that process. It's only $4.97, where we actually create your webinar, your masterclass, or your challenge. We get it filled with your ideal clients, with your goal, and when you launch it, to actually do a five-figure launch from that particular challenge, masterclass, or webinar. But like I said, there are certain things that you want to make sure that you have in order. The tech pieces. So like I said, there are tech pieces there that you do want to make sure that you have. And once again, there's email sequences that go out, and then you actually have to show up and deliver the content. You have to get the people into it as well. And my thing is, you want to be able to you want to be able to have your ideal people in there. And like I said, the way that you structure that thing is going to make a difference, because once again, that will determine whether or not they go into the upsell, which is usually some type of program. And so I encourage my clients, if you're going to do like a webinar, a masterclass, or a challenge, have at least a 4-figure offer that you are upselling, because it makes it so much easier for you to close 5 figures. So if you have a $997 offer, say for instance, all you need is 10 people in there. You see what I'm saying? And now you have your $10,000 launch. You see what I'm saying? So once again, if you know how to structure it, that's why I say a 5-figure launch for a webinar, a masterclass, or a challenge, that's easy to do if you know how to structure it correctly. So some of you guys have done that. You're looking at me like, Bev, I've done webinars, I've done masterclasses, I've done challenges, and I haven't been able to have a 5-figure launch. And like I said, there's some key elements, the structure of it. Also, I don't believe in doing them for free. Like I feel like there should be an entry fee, that type of thing. Like I feel like they should be paid. And then, like I said, you want to ensure that there are keywords on the opt-in page or the landing page that has your ideal clients. You want to fill them with your ideal clients. There are certain ways to position your offer. So once again, whether or not it's $1,000 offer or whether or not it's a $10,000 offer, when you know how to position it, then you will have people during that webinar who will actually sign up during the actual webinar, because that's what you want. You want as many sign-ups as possible during the webinar. And then also after, there are things that you can do to close more sales after the webinar as well. So like I said, I'm listing this one first because this one right here does take more time. So, if that's something where, like I said, you can literally do one of these at the end of this month, because I do encourage my clients to give themselves at least 2 weeks to get it filled. So you could technically do this the last week of December, be able to get your people into it. And then, like I said, you can do an easy 5-figure launch with a webinar, a masterclass, or a challenge if you have those key elements in place. Like I said, making sure it's paid, making sure that you have it structured in such a way to where it calls in your ideal clients, you filling it with your ideal clients. And I believe, until you get your rhythm with it, I believe in doing it organically, as far as being able to feel that. And then, like I said, being able to position the offer, you want to be able to position your upsell. So once again, it is a no-brainer for them to move forward with it. And then once again, how to close sales afterwards. So if you need support with that, reach out to me. Once again, I'm doing a one-on-one on that, and it's only $4.97 for that. So once again, if you're interested in that, definitely just send me a message about that. Okay. So like I said, but I wanted to start with the one that's going to take the most amount of work first. So that, like I said, those things, it does take some work. But once again, on the back end, to have a 5-figure launch by doing the work on the front end, it's worth it. Okay. Now, the other things that I'm going to talk about, like I said, literally, you can do it. You can do it not right now, because I want you to finish watching this. But once I get done with this, or once you get done watching the replay, you can literally implement these things now, and being able to leverage them now. Okay. And so one of the things is Messenger. Like there is nothing stopping you from using Messenger. Every platform has it. So whether or not you're joining me on Facebook or LinkedIn, over there on Twitter, any one of those platforms, all social media platforms, Instagram, all of them have Messenger. And so my thing is, how are you utilizing that feature? And so you can, depending upon, now, once again, there is not a soul out there. There's not one client I've ever had that will tell you that I advocate for you sending somebody a friend request and then hopping in their messenger and saying, hey, I am a relationship coach and, you need to get your relationship. No, that's not how you do it. But there is power in Messenger when you know how to leverage it. And so you can leverage Messenger whenever you're trying to make that connection. Hey, Crystal, you can, once again, I see the power in Messenger to help you to continue to build relationships with people. And so, like I said, it's not about you hopping in Messenger and just cold messaging people. That's not what it is. But once again, Messenger is something, for instance, some of you guys have people who have connected with you. There may have been content that you put out there on social media that you need to follow up with people on. They may have hopped on a live, for instance, with what you're doing. Hey, Teresa, they may have hopped on a live with you and you can follow up with them in Messenger. So like I said, there are so many different ways to leverage Messenger. So it's not one of my clients, literally, and I can share the screenshots. You guys know I'm the queen of screenshots. So with one of my clients, literally, that's what we're doing. Like we're leveraging Messenger. And so I gave her a script. I literally told her, hey, this is what you can do. But once again, I gave her a script because I'm working with her. So I know, I know what's going on with her business. And like I said, literally, she's booking sales calls every week with this. So once again, Messenger is a powerful strategy when you know how to leverage it. And so, like I said, with that tool, with Messenger, once again, it can speed up the process when you know how to use it. And so once again, I'm just an advocate of leveraging Messenger with people that you already have a relationship with, and now you're building that relationship. And so once again, I like to talk about, how you can take someone from high, HI, so, once again, whether or not they connected with you or you connected with them, to buy, BUY. And you can do that literally in a 7-day period if you want to. Once again, just depending upon how you leverage that. So like I said, think about it as a way to build relationships. So if someone sends you a friend request, how can you leverage Messenger to build that connection with them? Or even if you sent them a friend request, how can you leverage Messenger? Because my thing is, oftentimes we try to sell stuff to people and we don't even know if they have the problem that we solve. But once again, people will teach you, hey, well, just go ahead and, send, friend request 10 people and just send out this, no, that's not how you do it. Once again, I encourage my clients, ask people questions. You can ask them questions via your social media feed, or you can ask them questions in actual Messenger. Your social media feed is a powerful way to get the conversation started. And then you can leverage Messenger to continue that conversation. That is a powerful way to do it. Like I said, for some of you guys, there are people who are connected to you, and I want to talk about this in a second, Teresa. There are people who are connected with you. They're actually waiting on you. They're literally waiting on you. Okay, so Teresa said, sometimes I shy away from using it because some person just randomly pitched me in there. Okay, and so you guys, and this is the thing that I'm talking about. Like, I'm not talking about doing that. We're not just randomly doing anything. So with this right here, and my thing is, you don't want to allow that to be the reason why you don't do it. So my thing is, pay attention to what about that did not sit well with you, so that you know not to do the same thing yourself. Because like I said, if someone pitched an offer to you and they don't even know anything about you, then yeah, that's going to feel icky, because it's like, okay, I don't even need that. So for instance, someone sent me a message the other day about their email challenge that they're doing. I don't need support with that. I'm actually, I got a whole email thing that I have now, so I don't need support with that. But you know what? It didn't make me feel any type of way. I'm just like, okay, well, she doesn't know me, and I just kept it moving. You see what I'm saying? So once again, you just know that the strategy that they use, once again, like I said, think about how it made you feel, and you're like, okay, that thing, the reason why it did not feel good to me is because I don't have that issue. And so my thing is, in order for you to avoid that, that means you want to actually have conversations with people to see where they are, to see whether or not the service that you have is a good fit for them. And so, like I said, I currently have a client right now that I'm working on, and this is one of the strategies, because like I said, it's a fast way for you to sign clients, and she's been doing it. Once again, we have a strategy that we built specifically for her. And once again, the message and everything, we built the message around for what it is that she does. And once again, she's been able to use that. We just started it last week. And she's already signed clients with that. And like I said, she's booking sales calls with that. And so that's the power of that. But once again, it's not something that, that I just randomly say to do it. When I know what's going on in your business, it makes it easier for me to make that suggestion. And so that's why for her, it was easy for me. Look. So yeah, like I said, that's a powerful strategy to be able to use with her, because like I said, I'm just able to boom. And like I said, every week, ever since we started doing it last week. So that's a powerful strategy to use. So like I said, Messenger is a powerful tool. So that's another way if you're looking to boost sales, because once again, that'll be a fast way to do it, because there's nothing stopping you from hopping in Messenger right now and doing that. There's nothing except for your mindset. Now that could be stopping you. But like I said, you don't have to worry about any tech stuff. Like I said, the first thing I mentioned was webinars, challenges, and master classes. And like technically you can't. Well, technically you could do one today, but it wouldn't be a true, because usually with the master class, a challenge, or a webinar, you want to gather people's email addresses. So that's why it does take a little bit of time. That's why I say give yourself 2 weeks. But with Messenger, like I said, literally it's something you can do today. You can literally close sales in Messenger today if you want to, period. You know what I'm saying? If you understand that strategy and how to leverage it. Because like I said, every last one of you guys as established coaches, there are people that you connected with on social media that you could definitely follow back up with, leveraging Messenger. So that's what I'm referring to. Okay. So that's another strategy that you can implement. Another thing that you can do, of course, is leverage your social media. And my thing is, it's not an either or. You can do all of these things. And my thing is, I don't have to do all of them in the same day if I don't want to. But once again, these are things that I can leverage. So, of course, your social media. And so, Bev, how can I leverage my social media to close clients or to boost my sales in my coaching business? So, of course, the content that you put out there, right? So once again, ask your audience questions. That's one way to be able to figure out what's going on. Because remember what I said, you just don't want to just randomly hop in somebody's inbox. But if you put content out there that helps you to see what's going on with your audience, then that is a good way for you to be able to see, well, hey, is there a need for what it is that I offer? Or, who in my audience, is in need of what it is that I offer. And so when you have content out there that you post on social media and people are responding to that, then that's a perfect opportunity for you to then be able to present whatever it is that you have as that service. Okay. And so, like I said, you could do it through written posts. And once again, it could be as simple as asking a question. So one of the things that I did today was about an email list, because once again, one of the things and one of the powerful tools when it comes to boosting sales, and we're going to talk about this as the last one, is your email list. Now, the one thing for some of you guys, especially if the thought of Messenger, you're like if the thought of that, or the thought of you going live, like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to talk about and all that stuff. Your email list is a way for you to still engage with your audience, but you don't have to, you don't have to wait for a response. So some of you guys would message you like, oh my gosh, they're going to reject me. And, you don't have to worry about feeling rejected in that sense. Email is a way for you to put out a powerful message to your list. But once again, you don't have to, quote unquote, feel the rejection. I'm going to put it like that. So we're going to talk about email lists. That'll be the last thing that we talk about. But once again, that question that I put out on my social media about email, because I want to see what's going on with the people in my audience when it comes to their email list, because I have my audience are engaged, are established coaches, but I also know a lot of you guys as established coaches, your email list is dormant. And so we need strategies, because my thing is, your email list is a powerful way. You can use that, like I said, to boost sales. You can literally send out an email to your list today and you can close a sale within the next 24 hours if you know how to leverage your email list. And a lot of us, we're just letting our email list lie dormant. But once again, one way to get there is to utilize your social media, like I said, by asking your audience questions. And then once again, being able to leverage that or use that to then being able to create the content or being able to create the offer that you need. So one, like I said, written posts are powerful ways for you to be able to get out there. So like I said, it could be questions. It could be you offered a tip, a strategy, a stat, a resource, any of those types of things where you could put that content out there. And now you show up as the expert by putting your content out there. Another way, of course, when it comes to social media is live streaming. Videos, you guys, reels. You guys, it's not going away. Video is not going away. So whether or not it's long form video or short form video. So when I talk about short form, I'm talking about reels or TikTok, like the short content, YouTube short. Every platform has them. So you have to ask yourself, why do all of these platforms have them? Why does Facebook have reels? Instagram have reels? You have TikTok. And then even on LinkedIn encourages you, if you're going to do videos, especially when you upload them, no more than 3 minutes. That short form content. Why is that? Because one, people's attention span is very short. So if you're able to boom, get that information out there clear and succinct ways, you're able to better grab their attention. And so, like I said, there's definitely power in short form video. And then even with that short form, you can still promote whatever it is that you have. Or like I said, long form video. So once again, something like my live, this is a long form video. But once again, it's a powerful way for me to build know, like, trust, for me to know what's going on in my audience, to have a conversation with you guys so you guys can see me in real time, all of that good stuff. So once again, video is a very powerful way. You can literally go on video, create a live or do a short form video, and you can promote something and you can drop a link and people can sign up for that thing that you have right then and there, period. Now, with some people, when it comes to video, like, oh my goodness, my hair got to be done. Oh my goodness, this thing right here. So some people may lean over toward audio because some platforms now allow for you to do audio. So that way you don't even have to show your face. Like LinkedIn now has LinkedIn audio, or Clubhouse has the whole platform just for audio. So if you don't want to show your face, you're like, oh my gosh, that type of thing. So there are even platforms that will allow for you just to be audio only. Yes, LinkedIn always. So you have LinkedIn Live. You have LinkedIn where you can actually upload the video. So like a short snippet. And then now LinkedIn also has LinkedIn audio, this type of thing too. Yes. So those are all things that you can leverage when it comes to your LinkedIn. Yes, Sharon, I'm going to leave this information up. Yep. Because like I said, I want you guys to be able to boost your boost sales here in the remaining weeks of December. So so LinkedIn is a powerful tool over there. So like I said, you guys, your social media is a powerful tool. How are you leveraging it to boost sales in your business? It's free. And when I say free, you don't have to pay to be on Facebook or LinkedIn. Now, you do have to pay with your time, but I don't have to pay money. And so once again, I feel like the social media is a tool that God has given us, a resource that we have where we can use that to connect with your ideal clients. How are you using and leveraging social media? So social media is another powerful tool that you can leverage for you to boost sales. Okay. So like I said, written posts, you can have video on there. And once again, whether or not it's long form video or short form video, either one of those, once again, leverage that tool. Okay. So that's the third thing. And then the fourth thing is your email list. And so one thing when it comes to your email list is you can literally, and even with social media, you can schedule it, but even with your email list, you can literally create your emails and then go ahead and put them, you can go ahead and put them, you can schedule them out. Hey, Rakita, no problem. Rakita, no problem. The replay will be up for you, ma'am. And so, like I said, with your email list, it's a powerful tool because, like I said, this is something that you can have conversations with your ideal clients consistently. You can actually run and pull the data. You can see who your most active email subscribers are, the ones who are dormant. You can run lists. You can run different messages. You can segment your list. All of those different things when it comes to your email. And once again, as established coaches, having an email list is a powerful tool. Now, once again, you always hear, we don't own the platform. It makes me feel some type of way when people hop on, especially when there's an outage on a social media platform. Yeah, we don't own these platforms. We know we don't own Facebook. Like, I don't know if anybody on here that feel like they Mark Zuckerberg. Like, we know we don't own these social media platforms. But my thing is, yes, you want to have an email list so that you can have that consistent communication, but you want to have that email list that has your ideal clients on there as well. That part right there. So being able to build your list, and then if you do have a list, because like I said, some of you guys do have a list and you don't have to scrap your list. What you may need to do is go through your list, and you may have to go through and either unsubscribe some people, or go through and weed some people out, and then once again you may have to build back up, that type of thing. I mean, I'm so glad that this is helpful, that type of thing, but you don't have to completely get rid of it. And so you guys, like I said, the power in your email list is, once again, you can send out an email blast and you can use that to be able to close sales as well. And once again, your email list, like I said, literally, once I get done with this live, don't leave the live yet, but once I get done with this live, you can literally go through and you can set up emails and send them out to your list. And so you guys, of course, when it comes to emails, there are components that you want to look at. So of course, when it comes to emails, the very first thing is open. You want people to actually open your emails. And some of you guys, you're struggling with that, to get people to actually open your emails. So there are a couple of things that you want to look at when it comes to your email list. You want to definitely look at your open rate. And so this is one thing that I will say that I have been working on when it comes to my email. And so my open rate is anywhere between 35 and 35 plus. So the most I've ever had as far as the open rate for my email has been 85%. And so you guys, when you get people to open your emails, that's step one. Now, some of you guys, you're like, Bev, I have and you guys, open rates, to me, anything in the 20% is okay. But when you can get it 30% and above, that is a powerful tool, especially in our industry, especially in our industry as coaches, because the first thing you want to do is get people to open the email, right? And so I ran a challenge not too long ago when it came to email lists. So the first thing is you want to be able to get people to open your emails. And there are two reasons that people will open it. One, name recognition, because they're looking like, okay, hey, Crystal, I recognize Crystal. So Crystal just sent me an email. Let me see what it is that Crystal was talking about. So one is name recognition. The other thing is the subject line. And for some of you guys, like I said, the reason why they're not opening your email is because of your subject line, period. So you want to have some captivating email or subject lines, right? Because that will get your people to open up your email. So one thing you can do is look at the emails that you receive. Okay, sorry, all these emails are coming into me. I'm like, who are these people? No. So that right there, that's actually pretty good. The thing is, it's going to be two parts. One, you want them to be able to open it. And then, of course, the other part is going to be them to actually do whatever it is you want them to do. So respond to the call to action. So, that first part, the open rate, that's one thing. And so part of that too, though, that a lot of us are struggling with, and this is for your social media platforms as well, is the storytelling aspect to your email. So you don't just want it to be, hey, I got a program coming up. In the program, you get 30 bucks or, support, and you get my workbook and all that stuff like that. But you want that storytelling feel to it. And that's where I feel like some of us are struggling with our emails. And so, like I said, not too long ago, I did an email challenge. And so I walked some people through that process when it came to doing their emails. But one of the things that I noticed were people were still struggling with the actual storytelling part of creating their emails. And so that's why I have something for you guys when it comes to that. Because like I said, with your email list, that storytelling feature, that's going to be the part, because remember with storytelling, when you have that storytelling part, first of all, stories endear people to you. And what people naturally do when they read a story is they put themselves into the story. Like they imagine themselves as part of the story. And so for a lot of you guys, when you have that storytelling feature to your emails, that will make the difference. Because some of you guys, you're getting the open rate. For instance, Rakita's getting the open. Now that's the first part. But like I said, either your click-through rate or in getting people to actually respond to your call to action, that's going to be the other part. So for some of you guys, once again, you may have to reawaken your email list. So some of you guys have an email list and you're like, man, that thing just sitting there. That's why I did the post earlier. Some of you guys, y'all didn't even respond. I'm like, hey, so how many emails you sent? Y'all like, that type of thing. And y'all are hilarious. And so you guys, for me with email, what I love about email is I don't have to get dressed up. I don't have to put on makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like I can literally schedule my emails. But my biggest struggle, you guys already know this, writing for me is very hard. Writing for me is hard to do. It's so easy for me to hop on a live. Like it's easy for me to do this. But the writing part, so even like my posts or my emails. And so I told you guys that was something that I really worked on. Like last month, I challenged myself when it came to my social media posts. And then I've been working on my emails. And so one thing that I do have with the emails is I ended up creating a series of 7 emails. And so with these 7 emails, literally they're templates. And so I'm like, this right here, the power in it. So you have the subject line that will get people to open the emails. And then once again, the storytelling part, which a lot of you guys, when you get that part down, the people will actually respond to your email. So whether or not, your call to action might be for them to actually respond back to you, or it might be for them to click on the link, or, that type of thing, like whatever your call to action is within your email, you want them to be able to respond to that, because that's the next part. So one, you want to get them to open it. Two, you want them to actually read it. And then three, you want them to respond to the call to action. Those are the three things when it comes to your email. One, to get them to actually open it. And remember, it's one or two reasons, either name recognition or the subject line. Two, you want them to actually read the email. So some of you guys, like I said, you're getting the open rate, but they're not reading it. And those first couple of sentences will be the thing that get them to actually read your email. And then once they read the first couple of sentences, in that storytelling feature in there is going to be what gets them to continue to read it. And then three, them actually responding to the call to action. So like I said, the call to action might be for them to reply back to your email with a response. The call to action might be for them to, be on the lookout for an email tomorrow, or the call to action might be an actual link in there for them to either schedule a call or purchase your course or whatever it may be. And so you want them to actually respond to that. And so for a lot of you guys, those are going to be the three elements. You're missing one of those elements. So you may have one where you have the open rate, but you don't have the click-through rate. The click-through rate, once again, if you have a link or something in there, or them responding to your call to action. And that's the part for a lot of us that we're struggling with. And so what I ended up doing, like I said, because I've been working on emails almost this entire year, because like I said, when I noticed my open rate was like 45%, like I said, the highest I've ever had was like 85%. I'm like, oh my goodness. And so, like I said, because when I've literally filled programs by just emailing my list, I didn't even post about it on social media. I would just email my list and be able to fill my programs that way. And so for some of you guys, being able to leverage your email list like that, once again, is not that you negate all the other stuff. Like you can still leverage Messenger, you can still leverage your social media, you can still do your webinars and all of that stuff like that. This is just an additional tool. And once again, most of you guys already have an email list anyway. So my thing is, use the email list that you have. But we just want to make sure that we're intentional and that we're being effective with it. So like I said, what I ended up doing is I have it's 7 emails. So literally I give you the subject. The storytelling part is already there. You just have to go in and plug in whatever it is that you do. So for instance, I know with Teresa, she works with busy moms. And so what Teresa would go in and do is the way that it's a template. So she would just go in and plug in her information. The storytelling feature is there. She just plugs in her information into the templates. Literally, you go into your email list and you can schedule it. It's 7 emails. So once again, I encourage you to send them out 7 days in a row. Bam, that's too much. People don't unsubscribe. Remember, I only want people on my list who are my ideal clients. So when you send out these 7 emails, once again, it's going to weed out the people who are not your ideal, period. So you want to go ahead and weed those people out. Hey, Lanita, you want to go ahead and weed those people out. And then so like I said, the templates are there. All you have to do is literally go in and plug in your information. Literally with this course, you get it. You get everything that you get. And so you can literally sit down if you want to today after this live and go in for each one of the templates, put your information in there and schedule it out for the next 7 days. Now you have it set. And so for some of you guys, you may have, say for instance, somebody said they were building their email list. Who was that? Oh, Crystal. Some of you guys, you're like, man, I have this freebie, but because you guys, if you send out a freebie, there should be a nurture sequence that goes afterwards. Some of you guys, you have a freebie that you put out, but you never had a nurture sequence that went with it. So this is a powerful way for you to have a nurture sequence. So it's a nurture sequence. So you can either do it if you have a freebie, so you can put that with it. But this is really and truly for those of you, like I said, you want to reawaken your email list. So you have an email list out there, but once again, we haven't been good stewards of that email list. So once again, this is a powerful tool that you can use where you can literally, like I said, there's 7 emails there, or 8 if you have a freebie that you want to start with first and then send the rest of them. But like I said, it's literally a template. I'm taking away, all you got to do is plug in your information about what it is that you do. That's all I need you to do. That part I couldn't do because I have all different types of coaches. So I couldn't do that part for you, but I can do the subject line. I can do the storytelling part for you. So that's the first part. So like I said, literally 7 emails. You go in there, put them in your email responder, and once again, let them go. You like I said, just schedule them, period. And then what is also included is there's another file in there that has 50 subject lines. Because remember what I said, you want people to be able to open your emails. So like I said, first you get those 7 emails where it already has a subject line and everything for you. Some of you guys, you just need support with, subject lines. Like you need creative ideas when it comes to subject lines. So there's a file in there that has 50 subject lines. You guys, we are overthinking some things. And these are proven subject lines that will get people to open your emails. So once again, literally what you can do that 7-day series. And you guys, the goal of that 7-day series is to re-engage your list and for you to close sales. Some of you guys, you can send out the first email today and you can close a sale tomorrow. Once again, the way it's designed, I want you to boost your sales. Okay. So like I said, you have the 7 email series. And then there's 50 subject lines. So there's another, like I said, another template in there, 50 subject lines. So once again, those of you that struggle when it comes to the subject line, because remember, either they're going to open your email because of name recognition or the subject line. So if you're struggling with that, then boom, there are 50 subject lines in there that you can use. You can use it, tweak it, whichever way you need to. And then the other part to this is 28 lead magnets. So some of us, we get so caught up, we feel like the only lead magnet we can do is a PDF. You guys, you don't just have to do PDFs anymore. I'm giving you 28 different things that now you have to do all 28 of them, but there's a list of 28 things. What you want to keep in mind when it comes to your lead magnet is the fact that you want to think about your ideal client. So maybe your ideal client, maybe they need short 10-minute videos. For instance, Crystal, I know part of what you do is health, but then don't you also do book writing or something like that as well? Crystal, let me know. I don't want to steer folks wrong. But if it is, say for instance with Crystal, until she corrects me. So Crystal, you might send out a series of 5 short videos, stretches, right? You see what I'm saying? It's 10-minute videos. Think about your people. And once again, you can either, that could be your lead magnet. Like literally they'll get it 5 days in a row of different stretches that they can do, right? They go out to the people who sign up for your email list. And boom, Crystal has 5 emails that will automatically go out to the people who sign up for her list. And so once again, she may want to also, perfect. Okay, I thought I was right. Okay, perfect. She also does book publishing as well. Perfect. Okay. And so once again, that might be something that she does. And so the beautiful thing with this right here is I also encourage my clients when it comes to your lead magnet, it doesn't have to be free. Like you don't have to do it as a freebie if you don't want to. It could be like a low ticket offer if you want it to be. So for Crystal, she might have those 5 stretches that she sent out and maybe it's $7. I'm just making it up. Maybe it's $7. And so now, once again, they get the video and maybe Crystal has like a log for them to track how they feel each day after they do their stretches. Once Crystal creates those videos and that log, can she now use it over and over and over again? As far as her being able to have that as a part of her email series. So she created it once. She may have it as a $7 low ticket offer. She's building her list with it. She's getting her ideal clients onto her list. She's making a little bit of money on the front end, but her goal as part of those emails is to also be able to sell in her emails and being able to upsell into one of her other programs or one of her other offers. Yes, you guys, I'm telling you, there's so much power in our emails that we're overlooking though. We're overlooking the power of our emails. So like I said, it has 28 lead magnet ideas. So that was just one that I just threw out there. A lot of you guys, you already have content out there. Let's leverage that content to being able to build your email list. And so, like I said, with this email templates that I have, so once again, you get 7 email templates. Literally, all you have to do is just go in there and plug in your stuff. Go ahead, schedule it into your email responder and let it go out automatically for the next 7 days. Like I said, you can literally send out that first email today. If you put you can put a link in there for them to schedule a call with you, or you can put a link to your course. Maybe you have a course, I don't know. And so once again, you can sell in that first email if you choose to. You can make you so you might close a sale tomorrow, $1,000 sale. Maybe you close a $2,500 sale. I don't know. Maybe you close a $5,000 sale in that first email. It's up to you. So not only do you get the 7 days of email template, like I said, literally just go in there and plug in your information. Then you also get the 50 subject lines, so that way you get people to open up your emails. And then once again, the other part has 28 lead magnet ideas, because like I said, sometimes we get so stuck on it being a PDF or a checklist, but there are literally 26 other things you can do outside of those. And I just gave Crystal an idea right here on the spot during the live. And so you guys, once again, that's just another way for you to do it. And so you guys, like I said, that's one thing where I know as established coaches, we have not been as good of a steward with our email list. So once again, like I said, I ran a challenge a couple of months back where I did a live challenge where we walked through the process and all of that stuff. But with this right here, it's a course, plain and simple. So you can go through literally. The link is in the video, whichever platform you're joining us on. It's also scrolling beneath my face as well. Just bit.ly/Beverly email templates, period. And so once again, it's only $47. Literally $47. Go over there. I think because I do it through Square, so Square has Afterpay. I think it's like, or you can do 4 payments of 11. I said something like that. Well, whatever Afterpay, they just take it and divide it by 4. So you could do 4 payments of $11.25 if you want to, but it's only $47. It's only $47. And like I said, you have that information. So that email, once again, that email sequence that you can literally have in your email responder. So every time someone signs up for your email list, once again, they will automatically get those 7 emails. So that's every time someone comes on your list. Period. How powerful is that? That's why I say, like, to me, the email, that's the least road of resistance, because you can literally go set that up. You can do it at 2 o'clock in the morning if you want to. Like, you don't have to be, it's not like when I go live, I got to go live where I make sure my people are on here. But with an email, you can literally work that in the background. You can have your assistant do it if you have an assistant. Like, it's not even something you have to do yourself. So that's the power in email. So once again, you see the clickable link. Once again, you get the 7 emails. I don't even want you to think about it. It's in storytelling format, so you don't even have to think about it. I don't, because some of you guys overthink. I don't want you overthinking this thing. Just go ahead, like I said, plug your information in. And then once again, also the template that has the 50 proven subject lines that will get people to open up your emails. And then once again, 28 lead magnet ideas. So for those of you that are struggling with, okay, well, what kind of lead magnet can I do or can I use? Keep your ideal client in mind when you're deciding which one it is. And so, like I said, once you have that, like I said, put this stuff on autopilot and watch what happens. So even after they go through that 7 email sequence, like I said, now you have the 50 subject lines that now if you want to go and just email your list once a week. Some of you guys may decide just to email them once a week. You literally have 50 email subject lines. So literally almost a year's worth of emails if you want to, if you want to do it like that. It's almost a year's worth of email for those of you that are like, okay, they're, because like I said, 7 days in a row, that'll help to weed out people, make sure you have your ideal people on there, that kind of stuff. And then, like I said, now you have because you'll have 7 emails, so you'll get the gist of the storytelling. And so now for yourself, now you have those subject lines to now where you can actually do it for yourself and being able to now have those conversations with your ideal clients once a week via your email list. So like I said, this right here, that's why I created this template. And once again, this is for my established coaches, because I don't want to, somebody said in the group, yeah, I know I'm leaving money on the table with my email list, and I don't want you guys to leave money on the table. And like I said, the email list is something where you can kind of sit and forget it type of situation, that type of thing. You see what I'm saying? So then that way, you're able to have it on autopilot for anyone who signs up for your list. And then once again, as you go throughout every week, you now have those subject lines that you can pull from to be able to consistently email your list. And once again, the powerful piece of that is only $97 for it. You get all that for $97. And once again, now you have something in your arsenal to where you can consistently be in communication with your email list. Okay, so you guys, if you're interested in that, once again, go ahead and click on the link. It'll take you over there to make your payment. Once again, it's only $47. If you want to do the $47 or Afterpay, I think it's like 4 payments of $11 or something like that, something along those lines. So you can do that as well. And so, like I said, go ahead. If you do it today, you can have that first email go out today. You can possibly close a sale by tomorrow. Completely up to you. It's completely up to you if you want to do it. Once again, it's only $47 for the my email templates. Okay. All right, you guys. So you guys, once again, the sorry, those messages keep coming. I'm sorry, it keeps distracting me. I'm sorry. So you guys, those are the 4 ways that you can boost your sales. Those are the 4 ways. So once again, we talked about your social media, we talked about your email list, we talked about leveraging Messenger, and we talked about webinars, master classes, and challenges. And those of you, like I said, if you do have that email list and you want to leverage your email list, and I do encourage you to pick up my email template. It's only $47. Once again, you get those 7 email templates where, like I said, literally you just plug in your information, schedule it into your email responder, and they'll go out for the next 7 days. And then you get 50 subject lines, proven subject lines, to get people to open your emails. So literally for almost a year, you have subject lines that you can use when you can email your list once a week for 50 weeks if you want to, so almost the entire year. And then once again, if you need ideas of what type of lead magnet to create, because it doesn't have to be free. It can be free if you want to, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a low ticket thing. Then there's 28 different lead magnet ideas that you can leverage as well. Okay. All right, you guys. So let me know if you have any questions about the templates. Once again, would love for you guys to go ahead and scoop those up. It's only $47 for that. But you guys, I'm telling you, super fun. And so you guys, those are ways that, like I said, literally you can implement this stuff today. You don't have to wait. That's the powerful thing with this. You do not have to wait. Okay. All right, you guys, that is all that I have for you guys. I pray you guys have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. And if you have questions for me, reach out to me, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have. You guys, thank you. Okay, perfect. Okay, no problem. Perfect. Okay, so you guys, thank you so much. Thanks so much, Crystal, for tagging people. Thank you. You guys, like I said, definitely share this on out. And especially if you know other coaches, you guys, I want you guys to still close sales in December. Close some sales in December. Close some sales today. Go ahead and send that email out. Go ahead and message somebody. Go ahead and go live. I'm just saying. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you. And I will see you guys on the other side of this live. Take care.